What's going on, everybody? It's John Brewer here with the Socially Distanced Supper Club. I am at a very special place out west in West Boca. You know, one of the things we've learned through this pandemic is Detroit pizza is pretty darn good. Let me get the fog off my glasses here because I've got my mask on. Anyway, Detroit-style pizza is very good. I'm at RARA's, which is out in West Boca, and they just got an amazing little write-up in the Sun Sentinel. They mentioned they are one of 4 different places that are mentioned. Where is it? I don't see the other one. Like the last page, right? Yep, Motor City Pizza, Detroit Eats, Death by Pizza, and RARA's Pizza. So I know you guys know about Death by Pizza, but if you're out in West Boca and you're like, man, I can't go all the way by the beach to go pick up pizza, this is your place. We've been talking shop around here. This guy knows his stuff, and he started with a passion that he was doing at home, and now he's turned it into a business. So let's meet Samir. Samir, what's going on?
Hey, John, how you doing?
Good to see you. I love your shirt, by the way. Legalized marinara.
Thank you.
Awesome stuff. So tell us, you said you were cooking in your neighborhood. How did that all work out?
That's right. I love to cook, John. I have 3 ovens in my house. My wife let me spend a lot of money in the kitchen. So baking and pizza is a passion of mine. And I started making pies through the pandemic. Well, I've been baking pizza for a long time. However, the pandemic allowed me to bake a lot more and make a lot more pizza. And my neighbors would come over, we'd have some drinks, you know, have some camaraderie in the neighborhoods because there was nothing else to do. And the neighbors were like, hey, Samir, we'll pay you for your pies if you want to bake them. I said, okay, let's do it. So every day I started making pizzas, and my neighbors started buying them. A good friend of mine with the Red Meat Lovers Club spread the word for me. And
Evan Darnell?
Evan Darnell.
He's a friend of the family.
And once he started spreading the word, I was delivering pies all over West Boca and West Point.
How many were you making?
25 to 30 a day at the max, yeah.
Wow.
And then my wife's like, you know, you're destroying the kitchen. Can't do this anymore. But 2 of my really good friends, they come from restaurant backgrounds as well. They told me, Samir, we need to open up a pizza restaurant. Your pizza's very good. And I obliged. I said, let's do it. You know, why not? Come out of the pandemic with a new business.
Awesome stuff. And you were saying Detroit Pizza's really got a special process. So first I want to show everybody the menu, just so people know. They can do a freeze frame on this. So the number is 561-945-8984. You were saying you only do 60 pies a day. Is that how that works?
That's right. We only do 60 pies a day because of the proofing process and the amount of space it takes up in the oven. We open from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. And once we're out, we're out. The dough does take 24 to 36 hours to proof, so that's the reason why we only have a limited quantity every day.
Okay, and so you open 5 to 9. If people want to order, how would they order?
They would call us and place their order ahead of time, or they can walk in.
Or they can walk in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent. And I wanted to talk to you about the name, RARA's. Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, RARA's originally came about with...
Talk to the folks at home so they can see your beautiful face.
It definitely came about with my friends' sons and daughters, and that's Akash right there. He's the A in RARA's. There's Rahul, Akash, and I'm the S, so Samir at the end.
Okay.
And then we learned that it means unique in Italian, which was pretty funny. We kept digging deeper and deeper, and there's an Italian grape called the Uva Rara, which is a varietal of wine made in Lombardy, Italy.
Okay.
And then we said, you know what, we want to empower these young kids out here in West Boca. And
yeah, so that's really something special. You said you're really making an effort to hire high school kids or people that are just joining the workforce. Explain that, please.
Yeah, so RARA's, the real meaning behind it is respect, academics, responsibility, achievement, and success.
That's awesome.
And we want to instill these skills into the young workforce right now because we learned from all our other previous businesses. My business partners own multiple restaurants. They learned that the unskilled labor force is something that leaves something to be desired.
Well, we all remember that first job. We were reflecting on that. I bussed tables. You worked in restaurants. My wife's worked in restaurants. She's holding the camera right now. Yep. We all remember that first job, those first experience where we developed those soft skills of, I guess, how to deal with people, how to talk to people. And we had a great little conversation going on about how the digital age has probably really hindered a lot of our kids and socializing, because they're doing all their socializing with their thumbs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so they don't know how to communicate properly with a person face to face or on the phone, and we realize we need to teach them that. And these are skills they're going to need when they grow up and get into the real world.
And so I asked you because a lot of the restaurants I know are having an issue right now with hiring people, and you said you've got more applications than you can even handle right now because the kids know about you. West Boca is right out that way. Is that the name of the high school?
West Boca High School here. We have, what's the other one? Olympic Heights right over here. We have the Sharks. Who are the Sharks? That's Spanish River.
Spanish River.
And Boca High is not too far away.
So they know about your pizza, and they all want to work here because obviously you're setting a good culture and a good environment for kids.
Absolutely.
That's awesome, man. Much respect.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate that. So let's get into the good stuff, because there's a unique process with the Detroit pizza you were telling me about. And so this oven is unique, right? I mean, that's a beautiful looking oven. Tell us about that.
This is a hearth bake oven. And hearth bake meaning that there is a stone hearth on the bottom of it.
Is that right?
So, and there's also stone up top, so it's baking from both the top and the bottom.
So it's totally surrounded. Wow, that's incredible. And that's a blue color coming off of there, right?
Yeah. So let me grab a glove and a hook real quick.
I love these gloves too. Normally you see the what do you call, like the little spatulas that they use, but you guys don't. You use like these industrial gloves that are just awesome.
Yeah, they've seen some mileage. So, this is why they're called Detroit.
Wow, can you get a shot of that, hon? That's a beautiful color.
Yeah, so an authentic Detroit blue steel pan will turn blue when you keep them in the oven if they're unseasoned. That's how you know you have a real blue steel pan.
And is that a really high heat that you're using in there? Is that how you cook them?
Yeah, we cook them between 500 and 525 degrees,
Okay.
depending on how much volume we have going on.
Awesome.
Yep.
And you're only able to turn out 60 on any given day. So if you're looking to order the pizzas, get your orders in early, and he'll make sure he's got one waiting for you.
That's right. Yeah, we yesterday we sold out by 6:30 p.m.
Hear that? 6:30 p.m. on a Friday, they were sold out. So get your orders in early.
That was a record time that we sold out in. So the food speaks for itself. We don't skimp on any of the quality of the ingredients. We're using real Wisconsin cheeses.
I want to show that real fast because I love this part too,
Sure.
if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
So my wife noticed this too. So you use basically two different preparations on the cheese. You've got more of a diced.
Yep.
And then you've got the shredded. Can you explain why you do that?
Yeah, so the diced is a little bit lower in moisture of a type of cheese. So that we put that across the edges of the pan, so that caramelizes and leaves that good chewy.
There you go. My wife will get a shot.
You know,
Oh, look at that.
crust is
So
right
that's
over
all
the
baked cheese, basically. All that brown on the
Yep.
outside is baked cheese, and we all know how that crunchy, toasty
Oh, it's so
cheese
good.
really has got such a great texture to it and such a great mouthfeel. So using that lower moisture, I love that. It's the science part of what goes on
That's
here.
right.
So, and it shows your true passion.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. And then the other shred is more of a full fat mozzarella blend that we use, and that's in the middle of the guts of the pie.
And you do other stuff too. You do hoagies, you do wings.
Yeah, we do hoagies, wings, and salads. We have some appetizers. We have fried mushrooms, mac and cheese bites, which are really popular. And obviously for the kids, we have to have the chicken tenders.
Yeah.
That's a bestseller, yeah.
Awesome. So let's go take a look at this food because it's absolutely amazing looking. I mean, this is gorgeous. This is just pieces of art here. So what's your most popular pizza?
I have to say our most popular pizza it's a tie between three, and those are the three we made here for you today. It's our original Detroit-style pie, which is just cheese, the sauce on top. The signature pie is called the RARA. It's a meatball with caramelized onions and ricotta cheese. Wow. And the other one would be the margarita, which is just tomatoes, basil, or Roma tomatoes, I might add, basil, Parmesan Reggiano, and a drizzle of balsamic glaze.
Those are gorgeous. I got to tell you, man, those are gorgeous. I love that you get a corner, basically. You get 4 corners on every order.
That's right.
Now, what's the difference between like a Detroit pizza and, say, a Sicilian,
Okay.
right? Because I get Sicilian pie in New York. It's very big. It's
Yep.
very, I don't want to say heavy, but it is. It's kind of a heavier dough. When I ate Detroit last time, it just seems like it's got a different feel to it. Can you explain that?
Yeah, you nailed it right there. It's different, John. Actually, the story is there's a guy named Gus Guerrera in 1946, if I'm right. He used to make Sicilian pie, and up in Detroit, he had a shortage of pans. You know, all the steel was going towards the war efforts at that time, And, all the car factories were converted over to munitions factories, airplane part factories, tank parts, and all that other stuff. So, the pizza makers didn't really have a lot of pans. And the legend has it that he had a friend in the automotive business that was getting rid of these automotive pans out of his factory to make room for all the munitions parts. And they gave him a few of those pans. And he put his Sicilian dough in that pan, and the blue steel properties, how it gets super hot on the outside, and it crisps up that crust on the outside, but leaves the inside pillowy and light and airy. Yeah. He was blown away, and he's like, this is something here, and that was the birth of Buddy's Pizza in Detroit.
I love that. I love stories like that where it's not like thought through. It's the beautiful accidents in life that happen that kind of really elevate things to the next level. That's awesome. Yeah. So this pizza looks amazing. I don't know if it's cool enough for us to take a bite yet.
I think that one is. It's been
all right.
out for a couple
Here,
of
hold
minutes.
this mic for me.
I will hold it.
I'm dying to try this pizza here.
You can grab a
I'm
plate.
going to mask off. You've been vaccinated, by the way.
I have been. I got both doses of the Pfizer vaccine, so I'm good to go.
So what I love about this is you've got a beautiful crust. It separates real nice and easy. The cheese is where you got to...
The cheese, yeah.
The cheese is... Yep. Oh, my goodness. That just feels so amazing. So. All right, we're going to take a bite right here on the crust with a little bit of that sauce.
I could hear that. That was really crispy.
Yeah, if you didn't hear that crunch. That was fantastic. So the cheese is like a little carpet. And then the flour underneath is like pillows. The sauce is not too sweet. It's got a great flavor to it. The texture is what makes it.
That's where you get it.
The texture, the mouthfeel of the pillows and the marinara. Yeah, that crunchy cheese on the corner just finishes it off. So
Absolutely.
and that is amazing.
You get a close-up of that pie on the inside.
Yep.
Look how light and airy that looks on in the middle.
That is not a pie where you're going to need a nap afterwards. You're going to be able to go run a marathon after that. Go to the gym and work out. So that's awesome. So I think we got everything in. You're doing awesome stuff with the high school kids around here. This is a passion of yours that you've kind of turned into a business, which is always the best way to do it. It's a labor of love. So we told everybody how to get a hold of you. Anything else you want to say to the folks at home before we sign off?
First of all, I want to thank you and everything you're doing with the Socially Distanced Supper Club. You're doing a huge favor for a lot of the small businesses around here. And second, you need to get in here fast and get your pies before they sell out, because the phones are ringing
off the word's out.
But we appreciate everything you're doing for the small business community here.
Well, we love you guys, and when I see people that have a true passion and are doing it right, it just gives me great pleasure to help spread the word. I just feel fortunate that I'm in that position. So keep rocking on, brother. Keep hiring those high school kids. Let's keep making great pizza. Let's keep the people fed, and rock and roll, brother.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Take care, everybody. We'll see you.